When it comes to reality TV meltdowns, there are arguments, there are fights, and then there are the moments that stop the entire room cold. This was one of those nights. Fans are still reeling in disbelief, scrolling endlessly, trying to make sense of the chaos that unfolded. Explosive whispers began spreading like wildfire, suggesting that the picture-perfect marriage of Yandy and Mendeecees may have just shattered in front of everyone's eyes. Rumors of a pregnancy, emotional breakdowns, and the shocking involvement of Sierra turned what should have been a calm, friendly evening into a nightmare of tears, accusations, and betrayal. What once looked like unshakable love flipped into heartbreak, and what was supposed to be loyalty turned into public humiliation. Fans who had always looked at Yandy and Mendeecees as the blueprint of black love are now questioning everything. Could this be the collapse of their empire? And with Sierra's name suddenly dragged into the storm, the shock hit like lightning. Those close to the situation revealed emotions were so dangerously high that even long-standing friendships cracked. People who once defended the couple didn't know where to stand. The story, once full of love, had spiraled into betrayal at lightning speed. One fan asked online, how did it all go from perfect to disastrous so fast? Was this the final straw Yandy could no longer ignore? Or is there a darker truth waiting to explode? For years, Yandy and Mendeecees were celebrated as survivors of every storm: public scandals, legal battles, family drama. They fought through it all, always coming out stronger. Fans admired their resilience and their loyalty, but insiders now claim that behind those perfect smiles and family portraits, a storm had been brewing quietly for years. And with Sierra's name being whispered in the shadows, she had become the spark threatening to burn it all down. The breaking point came during what was supposed to be a simple dinner with friends. At first, it felt like any other night: glasses clinking, laughter floating, small talk masking the unease, but beneath the surface, tension was boiling. Yandy, once known for her patience, was different that night, her tone sharper, her smile fading faster than ever before. She had been holding something heavy in her chest, and finally, it spilled out. Turning to Mendeecees, her voice was calm but sharp enough to cut through the noise. So, you really thought I wouldn't find out? The table froze. Even the clinking of silverware stopped. Mendeecees tried to wave it off, mumbling, "You're overthinking. Don't listen to gossip." But his weak denial didn't convince anyone. The weight in Yandy's stare said everything. This wasn't gossip. This was betrayal. Eyes shifted toward Sierra, who sat frozen in her seat. Whispers had already tied her name to the scandal, and the pressure showed. She stuttered nervously, "Don't drag me into this." But that shaky denial only added fuel to the fire. Yandy's heartbreak sharpened into fury. Her voice sliced the silence like broken glass. "You smiled in my face while playing a part in this. How dare you?" The room erupted. Chairs scraped back, cutlery clattered, and voices rose in panic. The entire dinner exploded into chaos. Witnesses said the shockwaves were instant. Yandy's pain became rage right there at the table. Her voice cracked as she cried out, "You humiliated me. After everything I sacrificed for this family, this is my reward." Mendeecees scrambled to control the fallout, raising his hands in surrender. "Listen, it's not what you think." But every pause, every stumble in his voice sounded like confirmation. Yandy snapped back, "Don't insult me with half-truths. If you couldn't be honest, then you never will." Friends tried to step in, but it was too late. Yandy had reached her breaking point. "This isn't about saving a marriage anymore," she declared. "This is about saving myself." Caught in the fire, Sierra broke down in tears. "I never wanted this. I never wanted to hurt you." But Yandy's response was cold, her eyes sharp with betrayal. The night ended with shattered trust and unanswered questions. By the next morning, the fallout had gone viral. Hashtags trended, timelines flooded, and fans dissected every detail of the dinner. Some pointed fingers at Mendeecees for risking everything. Others blasted Sierra for crossing a line no friend should ever cross. One viral comment read, "Yandy deserves so much better. She carried that marriage for years. And this is the thanks she gets." Another argued in Sierra's defense, "Everyone's attacking her without proof. What if she's just being dragged unfairly?" The fan base split in two, echoing the division within the couple's inner circle. Some rallied behind Yandy, supporting her decision to walk away. Others begged her not to make a permanent move in anger. But those closest to her believed the damage had already been done. The loyalty she once carried had finally snapped, and then came the rumor that shook the internet: a pregnancy tied to Sierra. No one confirmed it, but the whisper alone poured gasoline on the fire. Bloggers, fans, and insiders couldn't stop talking about it. For many, the possibility explained everything. and it justified Yandy's dramatic exit. One viral post summed it up. If Sierra's pregnancy is real, then Yandy leaving makes perfect sense. Mendeecees was drowning in regret, pacing through sleepless nights, whispering the same line over and over, "I can fix this." But deep down, he knew the truth. This time, no apology, no sweet talk, and no promises could erase the damage. The silence Yandy left at that dinner table was louder than any fight. Her walkout wasn't just about one rumor. It was years of carrying a marriage on her back, only to realize she was walking alone. Witnesses swore the look in her eyes told the full story. She was done protecting someone who refused to protect her. Meanwhile, Sierra found herself trapped in the middle of a storm she could no longer control. Every outing turned into a circus, cameras flashing, strangers yelling, "Homewrecker." As she ducked into cars, in a private moment, she admitted through tears, "I never wanted to be the villain. I never thought it would go this far." But sympathy was fading fast. And then came the whispers, rumored medical records, suggesting Sierra really was pregnant, with the timing pointing directly at Mendeecees. No proof surfaced, but the speculation alone was enough to send fans into meltdown. One viral post cut deep. "If this pregnancy is real, then it's over. Yandy deserves so much better than this circus." The online war grew uglier by the hour. Some fans defended Sierra, arguing she was being others tore her apart, convinced she had crossed the line. And through it all, Yandy remained silent. She ignored her phone, even from close friends. Insiders revealed she confided only in a small circle, whispering words that broke hearts. "I thought I knew the man I married. I thought we would fight through anything. But now, every smile, every memory, it all feels like a lie." In desperation, Mendeecees confronted Sierra directly. What unfolded behind closed doors was described as explosive. "You ruined everything," he snapped, his voice sharp with anger. Sierra, sobbing, fired back. "Don't put this all on me. You made those choices. You promised me things you never meant. And now I'm the one burning for it." The fight ended with him storming out, slamming the door so hard it shook the walls. Sierra collapsed into tears, whispering, "Why did I ever trust him? Why did I let myself get dragged into this?" As the scandal spread, even family stepped in. A relative of Yandy publicly called the situation a disgrace, urging her to cut ties completely. "She deserves peace, not endless battles," they said, sparking fan theories that divorce papers were already being drawn. The speculation only grew when Yandy made a surprise appearance at a charity event. Many expected her to cancel, but instead, she arrived radiant, calm, and composed. When reporters begged for a statement, she offered only one cryptic line: "Some storms don't destroy you, they wash you clean." That sentence hit harder than any press release, becoming the quote of the night. But if Yandy looked untouchable, Sierra's world was falling apart. Business partners cut ties, friends pulled away, and the weight of isolation closed in. She was realizing the cost of being in the middle of someone else's marriage. Then, another bombshell dropped: a series of leaked text messages allegedly between Mendeecees and Sierra. The messages hinted at late-night meetings and secret promises. "I can't stop thinking about you. We have to keep this between us," though unverified. The screenshots were enough to reignite the firestorm. Blogs plastered them everywhere. Fans debated their authenticity. And the scandal spun even darker. Through all of it, Yandy's silence spoke louder than words. Fans praised her strength. Walking away without a sound is power. But insiders revealed the truth behind the poise. There were private tears and whispered questions. "Why wasn't I enough?" Those words showed the raw wound beneath her strength. Now fans are left with burning questions. Was Sierra a victim caught in a trap? Or was she the architect of chaos all along? Can Mendeecees ever repair the shattered image of their love story? And most importantly, will Yandy's decision to finally walk away mark the beginning of her freedom? Or will betrayal haunt her forever?